Hi, this is Lisa Loves to Crochet and Knit. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this googly-eyed Christmas bell. It actually jingles. So what you're going to need is some googly eyes, a bell, some hot glue, some black yarn, some Christmas colored yarn, that color of your choosing. This one's gold with gold specks. I don't know if you can see that well. And some ribbon, and this is an 1/8 just Christmas ribbon. Couldn't tell you how much it costs. I also have gold. This is a 1/4 inch. And I have silver. So this one's really pretty too. And then I have green. Not a lot of that left, but I have green. Same thing. An 1/8. So let's get started. You're also gonna need a crochet hook. I'm using a size H. A pair of scissors. Whoops. A tapestry needle. And then a large needle with some thread if you want to attach the bows or the bells that way. And so let's get started. I'm going to do this one silver. Hopefully it will show up. Okay, so what you're going to want to start doing is you're going to want to start with, I leave the inner, I start with a magic loop. And I leave that inner tail long so I can attach the bell to it later. So then you're gonna want to start with a chain 1, and then I'm going to do 7 half double crochets in the ring. Okay, there's my 7 half double crochets in the ring, and I'm going to tighten the ring, and then I'm going to slip stitch to the very first one, and then I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to knot, and I'm not weaving in any ends. I'm just going to knot this and weave it in a little bit so it's secure, and then I'm going to leave it out for the tail so I can add the bell later. Okay. So I have that all weaved in and knotted, so I don't have to worry about that one. And then now I'm going to continue on with making the body of the bell. So I chained 1, and I'm going to do a half double crochet in that same stitch. And then I'm going to put 1 half double crochet in that next stitch. And then I'm going to put 2 half double crochets in the next. So I'm going to repeat that pattern around. Pull some more yarn here. So I'm just going to continue with that little pattern. 1 in one stitch and 2 in the next. Okay, so I've completed that round, and then so I'm just going to slip stitch to the beginning, chain 1, and I'm going to do that pattern again. 1 half double crochet in the same space as a chain 1. Whoops. And then I'm going to put 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 in the next stitch. And this yarn is silvery with, I didn't show you that, it's Big Twist, Twinkle. What's the color of it here? Color gray. But it's just got the twinkle in it, so it's sparkly. So I'm just going to repeat that same pattern. What we were doing around is 1 half double crochet in one stitch and 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. And I'm just going to repeat that around. Okay, and I'm going to slip stitch to the beginning. That's what it looks like. It's like a little starting to form. Chain 1, and let's see, I'm on my 3rd row. My 4th row, I'm sorry, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, there's my 3rd. And this is my 4th row. And so I'm just going to put a half double crochet in that same space. Whoops. And I'm just going to 1 half double crochet in each stitch until I get about halfway. So you can see where, until I get to about the front of the crochet, I'm just going to continue with 1 half double crochet. Oops. Just a few more here. Alright, so I've made it to about the halfway mark. You can see that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it like I've been holding it. And I'm going to take my googly eyes, whoops, and I'm going to put them facing up with the loop on top. And I'm just going to put 1 half double crochet in that stitch around the googly eyes, and then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch around the googly eyes. Whoops, I just broke my yarn. Oops. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I'm catching that silver little sparkly stuff. Okay, so that the googly eyes are attached and they're flipsy flopsy. We'll fix that later. You're welcome to do that with super glue to the top, or you can take I take some more yarn, cut a little length of it, and use my tapestry needle and just weave it up. That's what I did on here. You can see, so it stays up. And so now I'm just gonna do 1 half double crochet, pull that a little tight so there's no gap there, and then just continue with 1 half double crochet around to the end of this row. And then I'm going to count my stitches real quick, make sure I'm at the right stitch count. Okay, so I've got the right stitch count, and I'm just going to slip stitch to the beginning, chain 1, and then I'm just going to continue with 1 half double crochet in that same space, and then 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. And I'm just going to continue with that same pattern for this entire row. Okay, so I've completed that round, and I'm just going to slip stitch to the beginning. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to put a half double crochet in that same stitch and 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. And we're just going to continue with that pattern, just 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. Okay, so I've completed that round, and I'm just going to stick 1 more half double crochet in there, and then I'm going to chain, or I'm going to slip stitch to the beginning, and then I'm going to chain 1, and then this round, this is the 7th round, I believe. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 7th round, so I'm going to put 1 half double crochet in that first stitch with the chain 1 space, and then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. So there's my 2, and then the next one I'm just going to put 1, and the next one I'm going to put 2. So I'm going to repeat this around. Okay, so I've completed that round, and I'm just going to put 1 extra stitch right there just so it has enough so it can lay flat like that. I don't know if you can see that. so it kind of bows out like a little bell. And then I'm going to slip stitch to the beginning, chain 1, and I'm going to cut my working yarn. Now I'm going to weave in this end, but first I'm going to make the little loop on the top. Okay, so I've grabbed a smaller hook. This is a G, and I'm just going to start with a slip knot on my crochet hook, tighten it, and then I go into the top. I try to grab 2 stitches there. It's just easier with a smaller crochet hook. And then I just do a single crochet, and then I chain 10. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I make a loop. I pull it down to the front, and I go into 2 of those loops on the other side. And then I attach with a single crochet, and I chain 1, and I cut my working yarn. And then so now you have those 2 ends to weave in and the one in the back. Do not weave in the one from the middle yet. So let me weave in those ends. Okay, so I have the ends weaved in, and I have the little loop right in front so you can see it. And then I still have this coming from the center. And so you can add a mouth. Now would be the time to add the mouth. So you just grab some black yarn and a tapestry needle. And all I did was just put a little line across there. So I'm just going to go through the back, make sure I'm not grabbing anything. Whoops. And so I'll go through the back, make sure I'm not grabbing anything. And then I'll leave a tail in there, and I'll just push it down like this. And then I'll go back up, and then trying to make a little smile. And so there's my little smile. So I'm just going to come inside, and I'm just going to put a little double knot in here in the black. You can do a different mouth. You don't have to do a mouth at all. You don't even have to do googly eyes at all. To do no googly eyes, you can just keep it with no googly eyes and just add a bow with a bell. So, and it definitely rings. So I have that done. Now I'm going to turn it back and right side out, and then I'm going to cut a little length of that gray yarn I was using, and I'm going to thread that on my tapestry needle, take the black off, and then I'm going to come up through the back again, and I'm going to grab from the back, and I'm just going to go over the googly eyes in the front and pull it back, making sure not to grab the other yarn. And I'm just going to do a couple of them. Whoops. I'm just going to do a couple of stitches there without catching anything else. And then the eyes will stay up. And then I'm going to move over to this side and do the same, and just go on the other side of the googly eyes. So I'm just going to do another one. So I'm just going to keep pulling that up, and I'm going to go down again. And then I'm just going to put one more in to make sure it's good and secure higher up on top. And then there's my googly eyes. They stay up. And on the inside, I want to make sure I didn't sew over that one. Nope. So then now I'm just going to knot it and weave in those ends, and still wait for the bell in a minute. Okay, so I have the bells attached and all of these, except for I added the mouth to this one. So this one's all set. So I was going to show you how I attach a bell. And so I'm just going to thread my tapestry needle. And then I'm going to weave it in across the top here. And I'm going to knot it. And then I'm going to weave in my ends. Now it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just going to help hide the ends. And then I'll take this off my tapestry needle and thread the shorter end. And then just weave this one in. So that's attached. And I snip that short end off, and so I have a length for the bell. So I'm going to flip it on right side. And I'm going to grab this smaller little needle, and I'm just going to thread the yarn on that. And I'm going to take my bell and I just put it in there, just weave it in there just like you normally would. And I make sure that the bell is at a length that I like. I like it to be at the end but not hanging out too low. And so basically I want it just in there, so I'm just going to make it go through another row of that, go around one more time, and not pulling. You gotta be careful of the yarn because I just went through it. I didn't want to. And I just kind of keep it at that distance, and then there's a loop around it, and I'm going to insert my needle through that loop. Oh, no, it made it too short. Yeah, be careful not to let the bell move. So there, I'm back to my normal length that I want. You don't want it to be too long and you don't want it to be too short. So I'm going to weave in my ends underneath there again. And then just pull it through to make it kind of a little knot. And then I take my scissors and cut the end off. And then there you have your bells, your mouse. This one doesn't have any googly eyes, but that's okay. He's cute anyway with a little bow on it. And then you have the silver and the gold with their little bells and bows. And they all jingle. So there you have your little googly-eyed bells, or plain bell. And they all have little loops. So there's your little googly-eyed bells. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.